Greetings. I am Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Wednesday, April 19th. Tonight, there is a solar eclipse in Aries, and it's the second Aries new moon in a row. So if you've been following me, you know that I talk about each moon cycle based on the energy that moon cycle began in. So we had from this year, we had a Capricorn moon cycle, an Aquarius moon cycle, a Pisces moon cycle, and then an Aries moon cycle each month, right? Each month it changes. So we had an Aries moon cycle that we're just completing today, but tomorrow's or tonight's moon cycle that's beginning is also in Aries. We had one in very early Aries and one in very late Aries tonight. So let's look at some of the differences between last month's or the cycle that we're finishing up, new moon in Aries, and how that feels different from the new moon in Aries tonight, and how tonight's will be a solar eclipse. It's squaring Pluto, brings in that energy of transformation, of intensity that I shared more details on in my video on Sunday that went in depth about the energy of today's solar eclipse. So today last month on the new moon in Aries, I gave you 3 things to remember on the Aries new moon. And so that's a perfect place to start as we consider 3 things to remember on today's Aries solar eclipse. And what is different about the 3 things to remember then versus the 3 things to remember now? I think what's different is us, right? What changes as we go through these planetary cycles? Of course, the planets are changing in their geometric relationships and their positions in the zodiac and all that. But really, what's changing is us. We're growing, we're evolving. By definition, you're at a different place than you were a month ago. And it's kind of fascinating and mind-boggling to think about, right? Like we think of ourselves as just day by day, right? One Monday is the next Monday is the next Monday, and life goes on, and days are very similar, right? And we have our routines, except for those moments when things change, and that's a whole nother story. But if you think about it over time, things are actually changing. You're getting older, the people you love are getting older, people are being born, people are dying, right? Things change over time. And the feeling or the quality of what's going on also changes and is described by the planets, which is why I love astrology. It's such a unique way of understanding and giving a language to the qualities of time that we experience and how they evolve. Okay, so my little sharing of why I do this, and then today thinking about 3 things to remember on the Aries solar eclipse. So last month, I shared 3 things to remember on the Aries new moon, and this is what they were. I've loved these. I've been working with these all month, and maybe if you were following me, you have also. But the 3 things to remember on the Aries new moon are: number 1, you don't have to be perfect, right? Take action, take risks, go ahead and go for it. It does not have to be perfect. Get it started, get it going, move, get it in action, get it in gear. Okay, so number 1 is you don't have to be perfect. Number 2 is it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. So it's not about them. It is not about what people think. It's not what you have internalized or have going on in voices in your head about what other people think or might say. It's really not. It's really about what you need to do and doing what you need to do from your own inner knowing. Okay, and then number 3 of the 3 things to remember on the Aries new moon: action and courage come from within. So taking action, finding your courage. It's you. It's about you. Aries is the sign of sacred selfishness. So it is about you, yourself, and how you need to do things and your strengths, your powers, your will, your drive, your ability to get things done and make things happen. And so Aries is all about that and how we do that. So for today, really looking at how those themes might have evolved, those three things to remember. What might be the same, what might be different. And this is a really fun exercise. So, so number one on the previous Aries new moon was you don't have to be perfect. And then I would say the thing to remember for this Aries solar eclipse is you are already perfect. You are perfect in your being, right? So this is the more mature version of the Aries new moon, being in the much later, very final degree and final minutes of the final degree of Aries, right? Yesterday I said it's an old moon, it's a mature moon, it's a wise moon, it's been around the block. So what does it look like when Aries, the energy of new beginnings, has been around the block? Well, instead of taking action out of a place of imperfection, which is great, right? Aries is about that. But just for this new moon and in its wisdom, in its maturity, it's saying you are already perfect. You got this. You know what to do. You're doing it. You're already here. You're doing it. Just keep going. So self in action, power, and your own will, drive, and ability to get things done in action. You are already perfect. Okay, number two. So the previous one was, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. For this more mature Aries new moon solar eclipse, I would say, listen to your own wisdom. So you see how this is just a little more of an evolution, like from, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks, I'm going to take action, I'm going to do what I need to do. So this is a deeper version of that. Listen to your own wisdom as you take action, as you initiate, as you assert yourself, move forward, get things going. It's coming from a place of your own wisdom because you are already perfect and you know what to do. So listen to your own wisdom. Number three from the previous new moon in Aries was action and courage come from within. And for tonight's new moon solar eclipse in late Aries, I would say you are in action and courage. So keep going, right? Keep doing what is working. Do what you know how to do, listening to your own wisdom, recognizing that you are already perfect, and notice how you are in action. And you are embodying your courage. By definition, by being alive, you are in courage. You are acting, you are showing up, you are being you. And that is the audacity that you have, the boldness, right? To be in the courage to be you, to live who you are, to live according to who you are and from your own strengths, your own truth, and your own wisdom. Okay. And then in Sunday's video, when I talked about the energy of this solar eclipse, I was talking about how it's like got some of that feeling of you're running to catch a bus and you want to catch the bus on time. You're not sure if you're going to make it, but you're putting everything into what you're already doing. And so you're going to run, right? You're going to run as hard as you can to catch that bus or whatever, you're going to walk fast. You're going to keep walking fast. The point is, what has been put in motion, you already know how to do. You are just doing it. And that is the feeling of this new moon in very late Aries. So you're in the action, you're in the courage, you're doing what you need to do. Trust yourself and keep going and keep your eyes on the prize, because once you get on that bus and you're in that seat, you get those Taurus rewards. And and yesterday I was talking about Mercury being in Taurus and how communicating methodically and thinking about the words we choose and all that is going to bring some benefits, some rewards. So also with the energy of this solar eclipse, continuing what it is that we have put in motion and doing it and keeping it moving, as we focus now on the goal and getting close to the goal, and keeping ourselves doing the activities, the actions, the getting things going that we need to do to get to that seat on the bus. That's my example for this week. Anyway, I'm sure there's lots of other ways to think about it, but that's kind of a fun one. So thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to connect with your intentions every new moon. Take a moment to either write down, what you are wanting to create in your life, what it feels like, what's important to you. Is it having more love? Is it feeling more relaxed? Is it being healthier? It's not, it's not about what you can achieve or not achieve. It's really just about choosing in your heart what feels important and meaningful to you. So review your intentions from last month. If you've been working with me and you have some intentions written down, see if they still apply, if you want to restate them, or if you want to update them, change them a little bit, put in something new, whatever feels right to you. Setting those intentions, either restating or stating them anew, and that will set you up for the coming moon cycle to be in your consciousness, right? In staying aligned with what is important to you, and allowing the winds of time and change to blow you where you need to be going, right? So Aries reminds us that we got to do stuff. We can't just sit around waiting for it to happen. And that's what this moon cycle will remind us about, to keep doing things that are working, listening to our wisdom, and being in our courage. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And thank you for being here. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. You can see the books I have written about how to work with the planets and more. And thank you so much for being here and sharing your thoughts. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh, and I'm here every day. So check me out with the Astrology of Unshakable Self-Care on a daily basis for updates. All right. Bye for now.